Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Enigmatica 6. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I was going to start today's episode by going on a very long rant that I had a lot of sushi and I have to do fishing. My friends could not finish their plates, I could not let it go to waste. You draw the conclusion. So one thing that I don't want to see for the immediate future are fish. But I was looking for a very specific fish and we found it. It's just a skeleton fish, so we're good. And if you guys remember, the reason that we need these fish bones is to make the fossil bait. And the reason that we want the fossil bait is to make the apprentice blood orb from blood magic, so that I can make a golden chalk, so that I can make a dimensional storage stabilizer from occultism, in order to make the disk drives from refined storage. So I guess let us go and kill our first boss. Yes. We have the bait. If I remember this correctly from Enigmatica 6, this guy is a shark who's going to fly, which is not very ideal for a person who doesn't really know how to use a bow. Therefore the question would be, can we cheat and do it underground? I'm hoping. Do I have to eat it? No. He spawned. Yes, he's here. He does not have a crazy amount of health, so that's good. Yeah, don't do this underground. Above ground is much easier. Yes. We're done. I was hoping he's not going to fly through the blocks, but yeah, I guess he's a ghost. Anyhow, here is our caged heart. We do a few sacrifices, and that should be more than enough. Yeah, cause you need like 7,000. The apprentice blood orb. Perfect. Okay, so from now on, this episode is going to be a very grindy episode because we are going to go through thousands and thousands of resources. Therefore, I think before we start, I need to give you a very small disclaimer. Everything that we are going to do today is to make the drive from refined storage as well as the storage parts. Not even the 16k one, cause that's kind of painful. But you don't need any of that if you want to get into refined storage. Basically, if you have the controller, you can easily make a crafting grid, you can make a pattern grid, and you can easily make an external storage bus. The external storage bus can be attached to any type of external inventory, including chest, even the modular storage from RF tools, which is incredibly cheap, even the tier 4 upgrade. So you don't need any storage components or the disk drive in order to have auto crafting using refined storage. I hate using storage buses and external storages and using drawers and so on and so forth, so I'm gonna go with drives. But if you are playing it on your own, you don't have to. Besides, what I'm doing is not a total waste of time because everything that we have to do today, eventually we have to do them in the immediate future because we need to have these processes. With that being said, let us get crafting. I am going to try and make everything in stacks and stacks, and one of the items that we need in crazy large quantities is the basic control circuit from Mechanism, which does require a fair bit of items, but we also need to have improved processors. Therefore, let us start by making 2 stacks of it. We have also reached a point where it doesn't make any sense to buy PCBs anymore, we have to start crafting them. We do need a few stacks of them, so let's get crafting. That should give me 6 stacks of the empty PCBs. Oh, I put too much copper. It's okay, we actually make a teeny tiny bit more flux. And I don't know, make 3 more stacks. Yes, that is 6 stacks. Then we actually have to give it to the assembly line, so that it will make us the unassembled PCB. And then, you know, we go with this recipe. Ironically, I think it's still worth our time to buy transistors and capacitors. Yeah, cause it's just 1 emerald. Transistors, capacitors, and thank you. Another thing that we need in very large quantities is the RAM chip, which does not have a horrible recipe, but it's incredibly resource intensive, and well, we also need a lot of green dye. 2 stacks of circuit backplanes, and I guess let us see how far we can go. I think I should be able to get 1 stack. Yeah, our problem at this very moment is redstone. Oh, they don't stack. That's not very good. Who in the world comes up with a recipe that you need millions of and it doesn't stack? It's okay, we will manage. All of that crafting and even going through 1000 redstone, I'm going to give you a discount on all the other resources, gave us 10 boxes. These boxes are going to give us basic memory chip, which we have to infuse with memory essence, and that is going to give us basic control circuit package, which is going to give us 2 control circuits. So I don't know, we're going to get only like 20 of these, which is nothing. But you guys get the gist. We shall grind until we're out of resources, then we wait for our bees and ore processing system to replenish those resources, and then we rinse and repeat. And in the meantime that we are waiting for resources to get ready, we deal with the magical stuff. One more thing that we need to do is that we need to have a teeny tiny bit of blood in our orb. So we bind it to ourselves and you go in. I have made the alchemy table from blood magic, which we need in order to make the chalk, but we are missing a few ingredients, mainly from occultism. Oh, this doesn't work in the end? Oh, it does. We need some logs, and that should be plenty. In the end, we don't get the stone, right? Yeah, we don't. It's okay. it has to be converted into an ash. Yes, and the alchemy table is also like the blood altar, so you can only put it in the undergarden. We need some plant oil, we need 2 white chalks, thank you, and I keep forgetting bringing the ingredients. So 1 sun metal, 1 white chalk, plant oil, and 1 gold powder is going to give us the golden chalk. We have to convert them into an actual chalk using the blood altar, so that's not going to be a problem. You go in, here is the actual white chalk and the golden one. Are you gonna give me anything extra or no? No, would have been nice. So with the chalks we should be able to draw the ritual. Now we need to collect everything that we need in order to make the actual ritual. Thank you, thank you. And we're out of XP. It has been quite a while later, and you can actually see it from the progress of the assembly line. We have 4.5 stacks of unassembled PCBs. I used some of them even. 6 stacks is almost done at this garbage speed. And I have been trying to prepare the material that we need, but I ran into 2 different problems. One of them is the basic memory chip. So on its own it's a pain to craft, but in order to make it into an actual product, we need to infuse it with memory essence. First I was so confused, how the hell am I supposed to get 8 buckets of memory essence per chip? And well, there is something from Enigmatica. It's called memory stick, and if you right click, it will bank 1 experience level. The issue was that I knew how to bank it, I didn't know how to get it out. Apparently you just right click on a tank. So this process is not going to be incredibly fast, but it's manageable. The second part of the problem is where it gets really bad. So it is true, in order to make the drives I don't really need to go higher than the golden chalk, but in order to make the storage components I'm going to need dimensional storage crystal, which comes from a matrix, which requires a different ritual. And this one requires a purple chalk, which requires blood altar tier 3. And also the orb, which does require a mana tablet. The mana tablet is going to require a rune of mana is going to require an ingot of the skies, and the ingot of the skies is going to require an offering table, which does require a Wilden tribute. Ooh, still with me? In order to summon the Wilden, we are going to need a Velvet Fortune, which means that we have to summon another boss, which means that we are going to need a bunch of other stuff. So let us get started really fast. We are going to start with Nature's Aura, and for that we needed some living wood. Some of our golden leaves would also be nice, that's a lot. Some living wood walls, some gold inlays, a bit of appetite, and some golden leaves are going to give us wooden stands, and I lost some. Oh no, we got them all. Nature's Aura seems to be a weird mod, meaning that it is going to have some environmental impacts if we don't really do that properly, so we are going to do that away from our base. And as far as I'm understanding everything, we need to start with the Ritual of the Forest. So we sneak and right click, we should have a hologram, which is nice. So it's 8 wooden stands like so, some yellow redstone, and since the first item that we need to craft is a token of joy, here are 3 pink flowers, a golden apple, 2 sun metals, 1 leaf, oh, and obviously 1 bottle. There should also be a sapling in the middle, which has to be from quark. We already had one, which I think was growing next to our base. I didn't like it, so I chopped it down. I also have a feeling that that sapling has to grow and something should happen. Yes, token of joy. We needed the token of joy in order to make the natural altar, but you might also notice we need some of these charges from thermal expansion. We already have basalts, we already have blitz, but we don't have any blizzes. Blizzes are going to spawn in a very cold biome, so we are going to go to Pacific. There you go. And there should be a snowy biome, yes. I don't know if it's the quest book or Enigmatica or whatever, something tells you that if you want to summon some blizzes, well, use nocturnal powder. Nope, you get all kinds of garbage. Here we go with Oreos. First round was a fail. We do this again. There should be a blaze. Oh, it's on my head. We don't need gunpowder, we don't need slimes, we needed you. We need to perform another ritual, so we need the token of joy, fire charge, ice charge, earth charge, lightning charge, 2 warding stones, 1 golden leaf, and I forgot to bring the powder, but it's okay. And I think from next time I should definitely mark this. But here is our sapling, and if we grow it, yes, we get the natural altar. And just in case we don't run out of this sapling, which you can buy from the market, we plant 1. And we also make it grow. Now that we have the natural altar, we need to make a multi-block structure for it, which I'm gonna place it down here. It's in line with that one, so we should be good. It's just a teeny tiny bit confusing. Apparently the golden stone bricks have to be crafted in a petal apothecary, and it has to be made out of mossy brick stones, which is thankfully something that you can craft in a petal apothecary. So that is 8, brilliant fiber, and phytogrow. Yes, it works. Perfect. Very good. We have all 8. So they will go on the sides and on top of the pillars. Here is your altar, And are we good? Yes. We also should definitely start making more sun metal. I'm using them like crazy. So based on my understanding, if we right click with you should be infused, and I fell down. That gives us an infused sun metal ingot. Thank you. This is incredibly useful for us because we need this ingot in order to make the better centrifuge, the multi-block one. And the way that I understand everything, unlike Thaumcraft where you would release bad stuff into the world, this guy is going to suck the good stuff out. So meaning eventually everything is going to look like garbage. If we want to avoid any bad things, we need to replenish the aura in the chunk. So apparently, this is the way. Rose of the Oblivion. You would get it after you kill the Ender Dragon, so it's a good thing we did that. We also need some pearls. And if we plant it on Endstone and give it an Eye of the Ender, it should consume it and release some aura. Okay, do you release more? Is there an aura meter or something crazy? Maybe not, I'm not sure. Okay, now that we have our altar over here, we also need to have an altar in the Nether. So here is a second altar, and I have already made a multi-block structure, so this should form? Yes. The previous guy was giving us sun metal ingots, this one should give us the crimson ingot. At least, that is the hope. Oh, thank you. That was fast. Oh, it's actually called Tainted Gold Ingot. Okay, we're almost done with Nature's Aura for the moment, but there are a few more things that we need to do. One of them is that we need the infused rock, and this should be done in the Nether. We only need 4, and we have all 4. Oh, you die. You're useless. Maybe I do have to get the ancient tree sapling. Anyways, we needed that infused rock in order to make an aura cache, which has to go inside the natural altar to get filled in. Are you full? Yes. Very good. Now for the moment we are done with Nature's Aura. We need to do some Astral Sorcery. So I think the first thing that we have to do is to make the luminous crafting table. Hopefully. Maybe. Nothing should happen. It's okay, maybe we need the linking tool. For the linking tool itself, we actually need to have some ancient wood. I got 16 from a quest, and I don't remember which quest it was. So will you work? Yes. So do I have to link you? Oh yes, okay. Now we know. But in addition to that, we also need some star metal. And for some reason I had 9, which seems to work. Oh, it's this guy. Uh-oh, you come with me. We don't have it, so we have to craft it, which is not that bad. I remember that there was a prismarine structure. What is this? Oh, it was a mine shaft, okay. Yes, I found it. We just take a bit, and I got none. Yes, 2 stacks. Oh boy, there's also a Shiver Stone. Okay, but you can craft it, so it's not that bad. But I'm assuming we should be able to find it here. Yes, 2 stacks is good. So as usual, some prismarine, some Shiver Stone, and fluorite. And obviously, boom. So now are you gonna give me star metal? Hopefully. It doesn't really have particle effects. Well, now it has. I think it was glitched. Very good, very good. And just in case, we're going to leave 9 for later on. Now that it's turning into nighttime, for some reason all of my waypoints are active, we need to craft a few stuff. So, mana spreaders, thankfully it does not require a crazy amount of starlight. We don't technically need to have 2, but since it's a pain to craft, we're going to have 2. We also need a runic altar, which does require a crazy amount of starlight. We wait until midnight? Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to get there, cause you know, it's early night and this is still climbing. One thing that you should remember is that we are doing all of this in order to get a mana tablet, which does require a rune of mana in this mod pack. So we needed to make a runic altar. Thank you, thank you. We're done. We can go home. Of course, just to correct myself, not just the rune of mana, we need all the 4 basic runes. You know, cause we need to have a spirit of calling in order to make the ingot of the skies, which we only need 1 in order to make the rune of mana. But we also need to collect a few stuff. I need to find a desert over there. And we are looking for a very specific mob from Alex's mobs. I was giving up hope, but we need these guys. And we needed the Guster's Eye. Perfect. There's 1 more over there. And even with looting, they just drop 1. Oh, you're a boss. Hello. So the shield is obviously garbage. This is interesting. There is 1 more. Hello. Or maybe it has to be raining. Ah, I didn't know. Now they're everywhere. Yeah, I killed like 10. Okay, so I went up ahead, made all the runes that we needed, and I even made the Spirit of Calling. And if you guys remember, we actually need this guy in order to make an Ingot of the Skies. So we're almost there. And by almost, I mean I need to grind for another 2 or 3 hours. Hopefully. Anyhow, you might notice that for the moment we don't really need to generate mana because we get blacker lotuses, so we're good. But now that I have made extra ruins from Botania, let us get a few gizmos. I definitely want the sash. We also have a greater band of mana, which, am I wearing it? Yes. So you're a belt, go in. Rod of the Sea, Rod of the Depths, Rod of Lands. And I think since we have an Elytra, a Rod of the Skies isn't a bad idea. Definitely a Hand of the Ender. I would have loved to also make a Rod of the Shifting Crust, but no. It's not gonna happen. So can I fly? Yeah, it doesn't really work well with the Elytra. It's good if you don't have rockets. So now we have to go on a very small exploration in order to look for a few stuff. One of them is a Thrasher's Tooth, which means I have to find a frozen ocean. That's 3000 blocks away. Yes, I found them. Hello, beautiful. Oh, you're dead. We got 2. Don't eat me, you stupid idiot. Ah, yes. I was looking for the tooth. We have 6 and that should be a decent amount for the moment. We can go home. I was going to say that we're also going to need some soul beads and they drop from ghosts. I was setting up a waypoint, he attacked me. They do spawn in soul sand valleys, so that is where you should look. I was hoping that another one is going to spawn, but no. It's okay. We can go home. Okay, I think we have everything we need for the immediate future, so let us get crafting. We need a token of sorrow and a token of fear. And this is why we needed the soul bead as well as the Thrasher's Tooth. But we also need to buy a certain type of sapling and apparently they also give us the market. So let us purchase a sapling. Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry. This was an accident. I thought he's going to spawn over here. Next time I'm going to be more careful, but what we need is a twisted sapling. We buy 2. Okay, so I think I brought everything that we need. This should be the token of sorrow. Yes. And if I have not messed it up, token of fear. So I guess the only thing that we have to do at this very moment is to get the Wilden Tribute. This is a ritual from Ars Nevu and it does require a ritual brazier, which thankfully the recipe has not been changed. We also need to have the tablet and this is where we should have our next fight, which I completely forgot. It's not that bad. Oh, Regalium. So about this Regalium, I'm not really sure where you would find it, but I'm assuming in the Undergarden. But there is a bee, which is just a combination of frosty and gold. The honeycombs are going to give us the ore, but there's like a 40% chance. So it's kind of garbage. Yeah, we didn't get it. Oh, we got it. So do I break you? No. I just cook it. And that should give me the nugget. Perfect. We only need the one. So ladies and gentlemen, slate infused vial. And I'm assuming we just need the one? Yes. So if I'm not wrong, we need coins, honeycombs, the stupid vial, and the TNT. I hope we're good. Yes. So I also don't know how this boss fight is going to be, but this time we're going to do this in the open. And obviously in a land far, far away. Here goes nothing. Oh. Oh, you also fly, jerk. He has a ton of health. Almost there. Yes. Okay. This is what we wanted. With 2 pieces of wheat, that should give us 8 velvet fortunes. And that is exactly what we want in order to summon a Wilden. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this far away from home. We have already done this in all the mod 7, so it's not going to be something super complicated. All we need is the ritual pedestal. There you go. We add the tablet and some augments. So we right click. Yes. And run away. Hello, beautiful. I don't really remember how we killed him the first time. I'm just gonna YOLO. I know that he has like 3 phases or something, which neither one is that terrifying. Oh, that's new. Okay, some of them are terrifying. Don't kill me. Go kill someone else. Are you dead? I didn't get any. Oh, I got it. So now we have everything for the offering table. That is great. Although for some reason I think we have to do this fight twice, yeah, in order to get the spellbook. Finally, we should be able to make some ancient barks. I still don't know which quest gave me these ones, but I'm happy. That should give us the offering table, perfect. And the offering table is a beautiful multi-block structure surrounded by flowers. I don't know, we put it here. So offering table, 2 ring of flowers, which I did not place, obviously. And I have no idea how this guy works, but I'm assuming you need water? No, it looked like something which needs water. So the ingot goes in, Spirit of Calling, nothing happened. Place any items that you want to offer inside the bowl, and then throw down a Spirit of Calling. So this should work. Yes, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. For crafting the Rune of Mana, we are going to need an Isis God Shard, and well, judging by the amount of artifacts that I have in my inventory, this took a very long time. In fact, much longer than I was hoping. Anyways, pour Mana Steel, Ingot of the Skies, Mana Pearl, and God Shard. I think it's supposed to consume a crazy amount of mana. We add some Black Lotus, and I guess we come back in 10 minutes. While we are waiting, how do you make... Okay, never mind. I'm really even sorry I asked. These are horrible. I can't believe it's ready. So a mana tablet has to be done inside this guy. I am telling you, we need a spare one. But for the moment it's fine. It does work. Thank you, thank you. That's not a quest. So I have been doing some crazy exploration in the end. They do not have a dragon head, right? No. And I just noticed my elytra is almost breaking. Thankfully there is a spare one. Yes! Crystal hearts! Oh, I can't wear it. It's a belt. Gives you 10 extra hearts. Anyways, the reason that we are here is to get some Hydrolax petal or some amber so that I can buy the sampling. And so far I have found none of them. I think I found it. Let's see if that's it. Yes. You know, if you have played StarCraft, you would know that a Hydrolax was one of the Zerg soldiers. So I was looking for a spider, not a plant in water. You're the one. And we also get the sapling. And just in case you're also confused where to find it, it's here, right in the center. One thing that I forgot to mention is that the reason that we needed star metal was to make the enchanted petal. We have all the ingredients, and if we put the orb inside, it is telling us that this tier of orb is not enough. Another thing that you might notice is that in order to make the magician's orb, we are going to need 50,000 LP. The blood altar has only 10. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cheat, spawn more villagers, and hope for the best. Yeah, that's going too fast. More gas tiers? As long as we are getting villagers fast enough, this should not be a problem. Spawn faster, please. I was thinking gas tiers are going to give us more villagers. Apparently not. Yeah, we need to make this go way faster. So, some fermented spider eyes, that's maxed. And some gas tiers, that's also maxed. 10,000 is full. Oh! Why? Magician's blood orb. I don't know why. So if I put you inside, you're going to give me the purple chalk. That also requires 25,000 LP, so let us not screw this up. But if we did manage to do 50, 25 is easy peasy. Oh, and by the way, these were from the reward. I didn't make them. Oh, you're a sacrifice too? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, purple chalk. We finally have it. Okay, I do understand that this was a very boring episode, but you should remember that this mod pack has like 400 gates and we had to kick open a few of them. And realistically speaking, I never thought that we were going to get to the purple chalk today. Well, today for you. For me it has been 2 days. Anyhow, I was claiming our rewards and I did manage to get a benevolent goddess charm. I don't really know why they gave it to me, but we got a random assortment of literally everything. So definitely I am going to use this, no more creeper explosions. And that means I don't need creepo anymore. I know that I can claim chunks, but that's not its purpose. In other news, I owed one of you guys a place in the world, so I'm hoping you like it. It is purple, you should like it. And in the comments of the previous episode, somebody actually suggested that we do something like this. It was waterlogged slabs, but you know, they were at the bottom. And hopefully this is going to be much more cleaner if it works. Yeah, it does work. So thank you for the suggestion, that was amazing. Also, this part about the redstone was supposed to be accompanied by a joke, but I cut it out. So yes, it was supposed to be a bulky and stupid setup. Also, there was a miscommunication about the villager spawn egg, and yes, that was also a joke. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.